Good morning, Year 9. This is Mrs. Cook and I'm going to be presenting the Year 9 lessons this term. Even though I'm presenting these lessons, please could you continue to send work to your class teacher. So for 9K, that's Miss Miles, for 9L, that's me, and for 9M and N, that's Mr. Angier. As you can see, this topic is about Mumbai, which is the final topic we need to study for paper 1. Last term's work was on the challenges of an urbanising world. Watch the presentation, then complete the 2 tasks shown on the end slide. There's a choice of 4, you only need to choose 2. The key questions are answered in this PowerPoint and give you a basic understanding of what you need to complete the tasks. Have pen and paper ready to make notes as you go through. Firstly, write down or think to yourself what you already know about Mumbai. Pause the presentation. Mumbai is a city in northwest India. It is a megacity, which means it has 10 million people and an alpha world city. Mumbai is the most populous city in India and lies on the west coast. India is an emerging economy. Mumbai has a long coastline. It has sandy beaches, creeks, coves, mangrove swamps and rocky coasts, and also flamingos. Mumbai is shown here as number 8th in the list of top 10 most populous cities or largest cities by population. The list will vary depending on which ones you look at because population can be measured in different ways. It could be just the city, or it could be all of the suburbs too. And data, don't forget, changes all the time. Mumbai is also home to Bollywood, which is the Indian film industry. Bollywood is bigger than Hollywood. It produces twice as many films each year and has a larger worldwide audience of about 3 billion as opposed to Hollywood's 2 billion. Mumbai is also home to lots of different types of people. They have 37 billionaires, but also 42% of the city live in slums, so a wide range of rich and poor people. Here you can see Mukesh Ambani, who was the 13th richest man in the world, and he owns petrochemicals companies, IT and telecommunications, so that's phones, oil and IT. We'll be finding out a little bit more about his home in week 3. Mumbai is a very built-up city, but also before the city was built, it was covered in lush rainforest and wildlife. Some of this remains in the Sanjay Gandhi National Park. This provides green space for people of Mumbai. However, it's getting smaller all the time as the pressures of the growing city force people to move into the park. The fences to the park are poorly maintained, and wild animals such as leopards often escape into areas where people live. In June 2004, leopards killed 20 people in 1 week. Mumbai's climate is generally quite dry, and most of the rain comes in 4 months of the year from the South Asian monsoon between June and September. Sometimes there's too much rain, just like there would be in any city, and the city will flood. In 2005, it caused much damage in the city, as you can see from these photos. Mumbai, just like any other city, has a huge range of different attractions. There's the train station in the top right. This is one of the beautiful buildings. It was built, modelled on St Pancras in London. It used to be called Victoria Station after Queen Victoria, and it is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. As with any city, there's lots of food that's good, and here you can see examples of street food. I've mentioned already that beaches are a major attraction. And there's also some greenery that people visit in Sanjay Gandhi National Park. The final tasks relate to the connections of Mumbai to the rest of the world. Its coastal location makes it a good place for trade, which has been going on since the 1500s. It's connected to many countries via imports and exports, as you can see in the boxes, and also with the arrows, the different places that it will service. In terms of international links, it again is a trading city. You can see there in yellow that it will service places like New York, but also Europe, as we saw before. One key thing which made trade possible was going through the Suez Canal, which is in the northeast of Africa, and this enabled boats to go along the Mediterranean and access Europe easily, as opposed to going around the Cape of Good Hope, which is near Cape Town, which was a very stormy piece of sea. So that helped Mumbai to become an important trading city because of that new connection. So now, if you could please, this week, create 2 of the 4 tasks that are shown in this section. So it's creating a fact file, it's looking at the weather, it's looking at connections and also major attractions. As you can see, as you head further to the right, the tasks become more challenging. Please, if you are going for a top grade in geography, please do one of the more challenging tasks. Here are the textbook pages that you could use to complete some of these tasks.